Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV here at the Precious Metal Summit Conference in Zurich. And we want to get an update now from Relevant Gold. And Rob Bergmann, the CEO, is here with me. Hey.
Thanks for having me.
How are you? Great to have you here.
I'm doing great. I'm having a great time in Zurich. This is a wonderful conference, and it's always fun getting a chat with you.
Super. Thank you very much. I enjoy it also a lot. We spoke already in April, the last time, during the Zurich Investor event. But I have the feeling a lot of good things happened so far.
Yeah, we've been busy. We've been hard at work. Right after we met there in April, we launched a financing, albeit times were tough, but we were able to close that and oversubscribe. So we were very pleased with that in the spring. Mm-hmm. And as part of that, we brought Kinross in as a strategic 9.9 investor, really providing a lot of strength to our shareholder base, but also some credibility and validation of what we're doing out there in Wyoming, this big thesis that we've been kind of proving up over the years.
Okay, so but can you remind us shortly on the thesis?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. When all the gold came into the Abitibi gold belts, and keep in mind, this is the richest gold system on Earth, the orogenic systems of the Abitibi. And 2.7 billion years ago, all that gold came into the rocks. Mm-hmm. Now imagine about 500 million years later, the southern chunk of the Abitibi rifted off by plate tectonics and moved, and today it sits in present-day Wyoming. And so it was really that thesis that we looked at Wyoming as having very overlooked but high-grade orogenic gold potential as an extension of the Abitibi. Mm-hmm. And our work to date continues to support that. And in addition, we've been getting just really wonderful results. So our Bradley Peak program this year, we've highlighted 6 new targets there at that project. Pretty incredible. The apex target is over 2.5 kilometers now of strike. Wow. And we've got not only very high grade gold and silver there with 46.8 grams per ton gold, but we have 7.8% copper, 2% zinc, 0.5% lead. It is just an incredible soup of mineralization at Bradley Peak. So we're very excited about those results, and we're looking forward to aggressively drilling that in 2025.
Fantastic. How long are those intercepts normally?
So it depends. This was all from surface outcrop. So these were original mapping and sampling, but they were actual outcrops of veins. So the veins were ranging from 3 to 6 meters wide, and there's an array of these veins within the main shear zone. And so it's really what we were hoping to see. They're near vertical, indicating that it likely extends at depth like an Abitibi system. And as we know with those, they can go for 2+ kilometers into the earth. Super. So we're pretty excited about that. Looking forward to, again, aggressive drilling program there next year. And we just finished up a drill program at our Lewiston project, where we stepped 4 kilometers south from where we drilled last year. And last year at that target, we got kind of 10 of 11 holes intersected lower grade, but shear hosted oxide gold mineralization. We stepped 4 kilometers along strike, and this year we drilled the Burr target, which is testing the extension of the highest grade historic mines in that district. Small program, 1,000 meters, 6 holes, and we should have those results in 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, okay, super. To what depth you are normally now going down with those, I call it now, starting drill programs?
Yeah, they are, and that's exactly what they are. They're starting drill programs to provide us the vectors, right? We need those geologic vectors because they've never been drilled before. And so we're drilling vertical depths down to the deepest is about 200 meters. Most of it's about 100 meters of vertical depth from surface, and wanting to see those shear zones extend and show that mineralization alteration and obviously some gold. And that's exactly what we've seen. So next step is indicating that the higher grade system opportunity is likely deeper at depth. So a follow-up program in the future on some of those targets would be looking at that 200 to 500 meter depth horizon as a follow-up, now that we are seeing it kind of from surface to that 100 to 200 meters.
Okay, but that's super. I mean, it's a wonderful zone to have.
It is, yeah. And again, at Lewiston, it was lower grade, but over wide thicknesses in the shear zone, and every shear zone we drilled was mineralized, right? So it's showing us that there's a significant orogenic system there, and it's going to take a big drill program to start to see where and how much.
Okay, super. On that Bradley drill program, you said 46 grams gold plus the copper and other base metals and stuff. Is that something new, you would say, which came into the play, or is that just something, that's a nice add-on? I mean, has something changed in the geology?
No, what changed was us dedicating the work and dollars to it. So Bradley Peak just hadn't seen, we've had that in the portfolio, but it wasn't until last year, 2023, where we did our systematic first step work, and we identified at that point kind of 3 big target areas of interest. From there, we got a geophysical survey that showed there's a 125 square kilometer structural anomaly coincident with those gold grades we got last year. That really encouraged us to get back out, do a rapid kind of growth in our exploration work there in 2024. And now we're starting to understand this system to be much more complex in its mineralization in a good way. And seeing, we knew there was some copper, but again, the zinc and some of these things, we're just starting to get enough sample density to understand that this system has that potential. So yes, and now we're really looking forward to the Apex target and drilling that. The other 5 targets at Bradley Peak will continue to do some more work at, because the Apex got a lot of focus, as you can imagine.
Super, yeah. And I mean, to have those byproducts, I would call it, for a later production scenario, lovely to have.
It's not a bad thing, you know. The copper gold plays are definitely, I'd say, a favored option in the industry right now.
Yeah, definitely. As you are in Wyoming there, after the election, do you expect something, positive effects, or what is your or do you think no, there's no effect?
Well, I mean, in Wyoming, we already have a very streamlined permitting process, and it's really stringent on the environmental stewardship, but there's a clear navigable path. So we've been getting long-term exploration permits, in 6 months on average. But that said, I think what the election is going to do is it's going to help shift the perception around regulatory policy as it pertains to mining in the U.S. And I think what we might hopefully see is accountability in the different agencies. There is a process that is supposed to be followed, but there's enough gray areas for them to stretch that timeline out. And I think that would be one of the things that the administration that's taking over has started to telegraph, that they're going to be looking at permitting reform for mining and minerals and processing. And so I think that's where everybody in the industry will benefit. If you have federal ground in the U.S., that'll be a tremendous benefit. So still time will tell, but I think the perception is that we're going to see some positive changes in our regulatory framework.
Fantastic, super. Sounds like a good game plan. So the drills are turning for next year. Looks like you are again very busy.
We are very busy, and we like to keep busy. We finished our drilling up just recently, and all the samples went to the lab. So we'll see what we get there, and and then we're already starting to lay out our drill program for next year.
Fantastic, super. I would say do so, and we look forward to the next update.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Rob Bergmann, the CEO of Relevant Gold, and you heard it. The drills are turning. Lots of news flow this year, next year. They did everything right. The company is financed. They're great shareholders here with Kinross on board. And I would suggest you check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.